What's up, guys? ASMR Boosters here, and it's 11 p.m. I'm not used to staying up this late, so I'm pretty tired, but I got some shadows of Innistrad, and I want to share them as soon as possible. So, let's get cracking. It's the newest set in Magic. And yeah, it revisits Innistrad, which is basically vampires, zombies, werewolves, all the things that go bump in the night. Yeah, it's really, really awesome. So, I also have a cough candy because I've been like having, I don't know if I'm getting sick or what, but I have a bug in my throat, or itch in my throat, so that's there anyways. Alright, first comment. Inquisitor's Ox. It's a 2/5 for 3 and a white. And as Delirium, it gets +1/+0 and has Vigilance, as long as there are 4 or more card types among cards in your graveyard. Many fields now lie fallow in Gavany, as the oxen have been confiscated to perform other duties. Just the Wind. It's an instant for 1 and a blue. Return target creature to its owner's hand, and has Madness for 1 blue. There's nothing to worry about. Drownyard Explorers. They're 2/4 for 3 and a blue. When it enters the battlefield, investigate. Investigate's a new mechanic. You put a colorless clue artifact token onto the battlefield with for 2 colorless. Sacrifice this artifact, draw a card, or 2 generic mana. Angels and Inquisitors terrorize villages, but no one seems to notice the stirring out at sea. Loam Dryad is a 1/2 for 1 green. You tap it to tap an untapped creature you control. Add 1 mana of any color to your mana pool. So you basically tap 2 monsters, this and another one, to add a colorless, or to add any color. I've never known dryads to suffer visitors in their woods. Beware the elven wold when she welcomes you. Wicked Witch is a 3/1 for 3 artifact creature. When there were no more crows to scare, it focused its efforts elsewhere. It's creepy, it's the Babadook. Structural Distortion is a sorcery for 3 and a red. Exile target artifact to hand or land. It deals 2 damage to that permanent's controller. As Zendikar bled, so will Innistrad. As I have wept, so will Sorin. And that was said by Nahiri, one of the Planeswalkers. Stoic Builder is a 2/3 for 2 and a green. When it enters the battlefield, you may return target land card from your graveyard to your hand. Some have returned to Hollowhenge, the ruins of Avabruck, to restore the lost capital of Kessig. Crow of Dark Tidings is a 2/1 for 2 and a black with flying. When it enters the battlefield or dies, put the top 2 cards of your library into your graveyard. Dissension in the Ranks It came on as quickly as taking in a breath of air. Cathars who had fought shoulder to shoulder were at each other's throats. They were not themselves. Silver Strike for 3 and a white. Destroy target attacking creature. You gain 3 life. It's a werewolf with like a silver dagger going through it. Shield yourself with faith. Arm yourself with silver. Pretty awesome art. Graph mole. It's got a sick, like what a mole has, like its nose. Looks like a bunch of fingers. It's a 2/4 for 2 and a green. Whenever you sacrifice a clue, you gain 3 life. Their keen sense of smell draws them to the unnatural. To find one is a boon. A rare Avacyn's Judgment is a sorcery for 1 and a red with a madness cost of X and a red. So if you discard this card, you can pay the X in red to cast it for its madness cost. It deals 2 damage divided as you choose among any number of target creature or players. If you paid its madness, it deals X damage divided that way. That's pretty sweet. Skin Invasion is our flip card. So it costs 1 red. Enchant creature. Enchanted creature attacks each combat if able. When it dies, return Skin Invasion to the battlefield, transformed. And it turns into Skin Shedder. Patient complained of burning sensation in upper back and at base of neck. Bed rest recommended. In a couple days, you should feel like a new man. And it's a 3/4 disgusting creature. And we got an awesome Westvale Abbey. It's a rare, and I think this is like a $20 card. I know it's worth a little bit more than most other cards in the set. It's a flip card, so it is a land. You tap to add a colorless, or you pay 5 and tap it to pay 1 life. Put a 1/1 white and black human cleric creature token onto the battlefield. Or you pay 5 and tap to sacrifice 5 creature and transform it. Then it turns, it's ridiculous, into a 9/7 with flying, lifelink, indestructible, and haste. That's ridiculous. While with Griselbrand gone, the Skurstag eagerly awaited another demon to claim their devotion. Ormendal did not make them wait long. So it's Ormendal, Profane Prince. Awesome card. This will go in like so many decks, I think. Then we got our little flip card and a clue token. Pay 2 to sacrifice it to draw a card. Awesome. So, fantastic first pack. So, I'm pretty excited about that. Yeah, Westvale Abbey's a great card. It's super exciting. And I hope we pull something amazing out of this one too. And the next one. Jace's Scrutiny for 1 and a blue. Target creature gets -4/-0 until the end of turn. And investigate. So you put a clue token. Just a collage of images. Cryptoliths, the sea, a tangle of shipwrecks. Dauntless Cathar. It's a 3/2 for 2 and a white. Pay 1 and a white to exile it from your graveyard. Put a 1/1 white spirit creature token with flying onto the battlefield. Activate this ability only anytime you can cast a sorcery. Apothecary Geist. It's a 2/3 for 3 and a white. And has flying. When it enters the battlefield, if you control another spirit, you gain 3 life. For some customers, the old apothecary shop still opens its doors. Stallion of Ashmouth. It's a 3/3 for 3 and a black. With delirium, it gets 1/1 until the end of turn. Echoing hoofbeats can no longer be assumed to be help from the cavity riders. So delirium, just so I don't have to read it every time, it gets an effect for if you have 4 or more card types among cards in your graveyard. Then it gets 1 in a black. It gets 1/1 for the turn. Intrepid Provisioner. It's a 3/3 for 3 and a green. With trample, when it enters the battlefield, another target human you control gets 2/2 until the end of turn. How do I know where aid is needed? Look around you. Insolent Neonate. It's a 1/1 for 1 with menace. Discard a card, sacrifice this, and draw a card. Aim High is a 1 in a green. Untap target creature. It gets 2/2 and gains reach until the end of turn. A Slayer gets by on wits and reflexes. If you need to block something with flying, I guess. Vampire Noble is a 3/2 for 2 in a black with no effect. No emergency is so dire that it cannot be dealt with elegantly. And that was said by Olivia Voldaren herself. First uncommon, Behind the Scenes. I love the flavor of this set, like, it's so creepy and so awesome. It's an enchantment for 2 and a black. Creatures you control have Skulk. They can't be blocked by creatures with greater power. 4 and a white. Creatures you control get 1/1 until the end of turn. It's pretty expensive, but it's all creatures, so it does no good to bar the gate when the enemy is already inside. Creepy. Skeleton Key. Really awesome looking card. It's an artifact for 1. Equipped creature has Skulk. Whenever equipped creature deals combat damage to a player, you may draw a card. If you do, discard a card. And it costs 2 to equip. Call the Bloodline. It's an enchantment for 1 and a black. For 1, discard a card. Put a 1/1 black vampire knight creature token with lifelink onto the battlefield. Activate this ability only once each turn. At Soren's appeal, Olivia Voldaren summoned the full might of her bloodline together at Lurenbran Fortress. Lurenbran. Our rare is Port Down, so it's a land. As it enters the battlefield, you may reveal a plains or island card from your hand. If you don't, it enters tapped. Then it taps for a plain or an island. A haunted fog, known as the Nebelgast, shrouds the cities along the Valia's coast. So that's always nice. It feels like we got another card in there, either a foil or a rare. Autumnal Gloom. For a black, put the top card of your library into your graveyard. At the beginning of your end step, if there are 4 more card types among cards you control, transform it, and without looking, it turns into, okay, I'm going to put those cards face down. Ancient of the Equinox, so it's a 4/4 with trample and hexproof. It's a big tree folk. When the leaves fall and the nights grow cold, look elsewhere for firewood. spells were cast last turn. Transform it. The Cathars realized they had not tracked her. She had led them here. So it's that one. And it turns into a werewolf. Filled in Pack Alpha. It's a 4/3. Whenever a werewolf enters the battlefield under your control, you may transform it whenever a werewolf enters the battlefield. At the beginning of each upkeep, if a player casts 2 or more spells, last turn, transform it back. That's really cool. And then we got our card and a spirit token with flying. So far really happy with the cards I've got. Like I've got 2 of the rare flips, so that's awesome. Can't be happier so far. Maybe get a mythic. Ghostly Wings is our first common for the 3rd pack. Enchant creature. It gets a 1/1 and fly. Discard a card. Return enchanted creature to its owner's hand. Puncturing Light. It's a 1 and a white. Destroy target attacking or blocking creature with power 3 or less. If you refuse to see the light, then you will feel it. Silent Observer. I still haven't got any doubles yet. It's a 1/5 for 3 and a blue. With fly, it's not just a feeling. You are being watched. Strength of Arms. It's an instant for 1 white. Target creature gets 2/2 until the end of turn. If you control an equipment, put a 1/1 white human soldier creature token onto the battlefield. That's pretty decent, actually. We fight not for Avacyn, but for our ideals. Not for the church, but for its people. Magmatic Chasm. It's a sorcery for 1 and a red. Creatures without flying can't block this turn. The Needle's Eye. A seldom used passage that winds through Stensia's mountains. Carries travelers close to Ashmouth. Too close, some would argue. Structural Distortion. Our first double. Stoic Builder. When it rains, it pours. Grow of Dark Tidings. Dissension of the Ranks. I already did this one as well. It's our first uncommon. Magnifying Glass is an artifact for 3. Tap to add a colorless to your mana pool. Pay 4 and tap to investigate. Night Inquisitors of St. Rabin. Delve deep into mysteries best left unexplored. Inner Struggle is an instant for 3 and a red. Target creature deals damage to itself equal to its power. Reflect upon your evils lest they reflect upon you. In a rare, Soul Swallower. It's creepy. It's a 3/3 for 2 and 2 green. Trample and Delirium. At the beginning of your upkeep, if there are 4 or more card types among cards in your graveyard, put 3 counters on it. Being engulfed is just the beginning of the nightmare. That's creepy. Convicted Killer. It's a 2/2 for 2 and a red. At the beginning of each upkeep, if no spells are cast, transform it. None are more dangerous than those who have already been sentenced to death, and it becomes a werewolf. Branded Howler. At the beginning of each upkeep, if a player casts 2 or more spells, transform it. It's a 4 is said that one of the most notorious werewolf howlbacks, the Vilden, only calls those whose hands are already stained with blood. Crazy. And we got a foil. Might Beyond Reason. It's a 3 green, a 3 and a green instant. Put 2/1/1 counters on target creature. Delirium. You put 3 if you have 4 or more card types. So that's cool. And our first basic land looks really awesome. Looks weird after the Zendikar block having like this down there.